My beloved child, wait, don't rush past this moment. Something quiet has been unfolding around you, and you've almost felt it but not fully understood it yet. There was a time when your presence was constant, when your energy flowed outward without hesitation, when your attention lingered, when your warmth stayed, and perhaps without realizing it, you became something familiar to them, something expected, and then something shifted, not loudly, not dramatically, just a gentle withdrawal, like the tide pulling back before anyone notices the ocean has changed. Pause here for a second because this is where everything begins to transform. You didn't disappear, you didn't create distance out of coldness, you simply returned to yourself. Your energy, once extended outward, began to fold inward, reclaiming its space, its value, its depth, and in that quiet return, something unexpected happened. They felt it, not as a sudden loss, but as a subtle absence that echoed louder than your presence ever did. Have you noticed how silence can sometimes speak more than words? Because what they are experiencing now is not confusion alone, it's awareness. At first, they tried to ignore it. They told themselves nothing had changed, that everything was still the same, that you were just busy, distracted, caught in your own world. But the truth kept pressing against their thoughts. Something is different. Something about you is no longer reaching for them in the same way. And strangely, instead of pushing them away, it began pulling them closer. Stay with this feeling for a moment because it might explain more than you expect. When you withdrew, you unknowingly removed something they had grown used to, your consistent energy, your quiet attention, your unspoken presence that made them feel chosen. And without that constant reassurance, a space opened inside them, a space they didn't know how to fill. At first, it felt uncomfortable, unfamiliar, like something important was missing, but they couldn't name it. But then, slowly, that discomfort transformed into something deeper, curiosity. They began replaying moments, remembering the way you spoke, the way you listened, the way your presence felt, not loud, not demanding, but steady, grounding, real. And suddenly, what once felt normal began to feel rare. Let that sink in, because this is the part most people never see. Attraction doesn't always grow in closeness. Sometimes it awakens in absence. Not because you left, but because your energy stopped being taken for granted. They started noticing things they had overlooked before, small details, subtle emotions, the quiet way you understood them without needing explanation. And now, without you being there in the same way, those memories began to carry weight, almost like echoes in an empty room. Can you feel the shift happening? It's not about playing games. It's not about creating distance for control. It's something far more natural than that.